We are trying to establish a business that will take people into space, simply put, and open up space to humanity. So we have developed a spaceflight system that will do that, and we hope to start operations sometime over the next year. I would say that all of us at the company are entrepreneurs. It's a startup, and so it entails, risk and reward. And so, we're doing something that we believe matters to the future of humanity, and will also create a successful business. So, I think probably all of us at Galactic consider ourselves entrepreneurs of some kind of flavor.
Okay.
I think honestly it came from my childhood. I've always been inspired by space, and I've always wanted to have that be a part of my career. I was a customer first, so I bought a ticket for myself and also my wife when the company was first announced, and so I've always been a believer in this area, and then the company approached me about coming on board as the chief executive several years later when they were looking to strengthen their executive team. I would say Richard's had quite an influence on me. He's a really amazing person and an amazing leader, and I've learned a lot from him. And I think what he's done with his career, from starting with very little resources at the front of his career to creating a global empire with the Virgin brand, is incredible, and it's a testament to the guy. Yeah. We think we're the market leader. No other company has a vehicle that has flown with humans in it. No other suborbital company has actually flown a vehicle that is capable of flying humans. And so I absolutely expect that over time we will have competition. I think competition is a sign of a healthy market. I think if you don't have any competitors, you have to wonder whether you're in the right market. I hope an expectation is that we'll have a few years lead because we're out in front. I guess I would answer the question in two ways. One is that we obviously expect that at some point in the future the prices will come down. We actually think we don't need to lower the prices for quite some time, and in fact may raise the prices for some period of time. But at some point in the future, maybe it's 10 years off, maybe it's 20 years off, maybe it's 30 years off, the price will come down, and as it did with air travel. And so I think that that's something to be expected and something to be welcomed. I think we're already expanding into other areas, like small satellite launches. We announced a new vehicle called the Launcher One vehicle this past summer, which I think will be an exciting new area for the company. And we have a few other ideas that will roll out at some point over the coming year as well. Yeah, I mean, I think that will happen. I think there's no question that we will soon be in a place where anybody who really wants to go to space will be able to go to space, and so my kids and others will be able to enjoy that experience, and hopefully that's just a step along the way to exploration of the solar system, which I think is also a very exciting goal. Yeah, I mean, our number one concern is obviously building a safe spaceship, and so we're spending a lot of effort and money to do that right, and so that has taken a while, but I think it's the only way to proceed, especially for Virgin Group, is to make sure that we have a vehicle that is as safe as it can be, and that we have faith that we can fly ourselves on it, fly Richard on it, and really take our customers up into space. So that's the number one challenge. There are a whole range of other things that are, some exciting, some not so exciting, law, regulation, insurance, various other things. But we just handle them. We've sort of gotten used to doing new things. Everything we do is new, so we're used to that, and we just sort of go out every day and knock down the problem of the day. Well, honestly, my number one goal is to start commercial service with our vehicles. That's my number one goal. I think down the road, there are all kinds of different things that we can do, including, Richard wants to do space habitats and go around the moon and point-to-point travel, and we're all excited about doing that as well. But I think what we all know is that we have to get started with a sustainable business, so we're very focused on suborbital spaceflight right now. No major regrets yet, but we're always. I think what's important is, as an entrepreneur, is that you don't spend too much time looking backwards, because constantly making decisions. I'm sure not every decision that I've made is right. I think what you find in entrepreneurship is to make decisions and then to course correct when you need to, because you probably waste less time by doing that than to spend a long time agonizing over the perfect choice. I think just start. I think that's the major thing, is you'll learn so much by trying something, and even if you don't succeed the first time, you learn so much more by just doing it rather than thinking about it. And so I think that's the key thing, is just to get out there and start with some idea, and you don't know where it'll lead, but by doing something, you dramatically increase your probability of doing something real out there in the world. So whereas if you don't do anything, your chances of doing something is pretty low. So just get started.